Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Steelers are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against a Ravens offense that wants to prove it can do some damage.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. 21 carries, 98 yards, 2 shy of 100.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
On second down, Roethlisberger over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, second down. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true number 1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now the rookie from Pitt, this is James Conner. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Offense.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Webb now from the gun. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Crockett Gilmore, there. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Webb. Right side catch. Gilmore. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. A dump off for Dixon. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a third and about 13.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
On first down, they go with Dixon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. They stay on the ground with Dixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's go! Green, Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
To throw on 3rd down. Webb. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. You see the numbers on the ground for Dixon a week ago. 19 carries, 62 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Let's go! Green! All right, now, lucky 56! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On 2nd down, Webb. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Green, 39!
On 3rd down, Webb. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Here we go now! Watch it now, Marty! Watch it now, Marty! Marty!
On 1st and 10, Webb out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On second down, it's Dixon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 3rd down, Webb. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, of course, coming off the safety the last time they had the football. Never want that.
No, that's pretty unique, too, isn't it? When you give up points that way and the scoreboard, you look up and it says 2-0, it can throw you a little bit. Let's see if they can put that to the side and move forward.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Tony Jefferson able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. As he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. It's fielded at the 45. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Best punt return of my life.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do.
Well, I was about to live stream, but I think I'll watch your as I play mine. LOL.
Touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement in it.
You see that punt return? I'm 6-6, must win, starting my rookie QB, ... and I have a safety and punt return TD, let's go.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down.
I missed that. I didn't know you was live. I'll rewind and watch it.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Good stuff. I hope you get the W. ... The pressure is on now.
Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. With that last completion, we've been waiting for it. That means Ben Roethlisberger has reached 50,000 career passing yards.
And what I've loved watching is how he's accomplished it. In the pocket, out of the pocket, taking hits, making plays when you think there's not one there. Big Ben gets it done.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
LOL, me too. ... and just having fun.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
To throw on second down. Bell. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He completes it to Hunter. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now Ben on third and long. A screen to Bell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Webb. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On third and short, it's Dixon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. On first down, it's Webb. That's complete to Sharp. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
First carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And he stopped
I think in 4-1 now, surprisingly, playing against the Colts now and they are winless, lol.
3rd and 2. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense.
That means they'll probably beat me.
On 3rd down, here's Dixon. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Did you start a new one?
As he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist.
Yay, remember I told you my 4-year-old erased my files last week.
Create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Oh yay, lol.
It wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if some guys
still rocking with the Jags though.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better
Lol,
offense.
I thought you was gone run another punt back.
The slot man in motion right. They'll start the drive with Dixon. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. A play fake, now Webb. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On third down, Webb. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And great special teams work here. This is knock it on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Roethlisberger. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's Danny Woodhead. He and the offense gearing up to take the field. He only has a single solo carry. 1. Numero uno. Second quarter, they need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw on second down. Webb looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Ha ha, my offense is booty.
Fresh set of downs here.
LOL.
Now let's go. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Now a first down throw. Webb. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw on second down. Webb, throw left side, complete. It's Fuller. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Is Teddy on the bench or did you get rid of him? Webb is from the Giants, right?
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
So the chains are on their sides. It's first and goal.
Onside him, Rollin with the rookie.
From the gun, Webb. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target. And now it's second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Steelers trail at home at halftime. The Ravens have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. 3rd and 7. Hearns is going to push his way to the QB here. This one ends up as a loss of 6. Gary's back to punt it away. And nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. Ravens up now by 9. Final seconds in the first half. Webb's going to find his mark, and he ends up at the 19-yard line before he stopped on the play. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over
at 6 and 6 figured I ain't mackin' playoffs. Give the rookie a shot.
For the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this
They need to get rid of the tackle splits animation so bad.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
So true, Noah.
4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on second down. Webb. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Ravens on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Webb to throw. Now he steps away. And he's got some space here. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do.
There would be a lot of bold tears on the injury report, LOL. I have seen that happen so much in my CFM. I like throwing to my opponent.
The tape a few times and made some adjustments. This is Bell. And some room to roam now. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they weren't successful.
Fournette just went down.
He gets this away.
SMH.
So wisely, I'd say. Angle this to the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This was going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just
Yay, that's a horrible animation.
You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
I swear whoever your starting back is, he'll get injured in this game no matter what.
Now a handoff for Dixon. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
It's like programmed into the game or something.
It's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
On is the punter, Cook, who
The
sends it
updated
away.
RB Auto subs are working great for me tonight.
Brown. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And Rodgers has it over on the right side.
Right, I hope they update everything. Yay NRW, auto subs are better. How is Fournette?
How about the timing on that one? Well, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Fournette will return, but I went ahead and moved Yeldon to his spot for right now.
Roethlisberger will throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know everyone wants that prototypical wide receiver, the 6'3", 200-plus pound guy, like a Julio Jones and A.J. Green and Des Bryant. Antonio Brown just shatters that, doesn't he? Smaller in stature, but still able to use his quickness, his elusiveness, and his strength to create big plays.
Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Richard Rodgers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A gain of 6 there on first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off play action, it's Webb. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. Right side catch, Gilmore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On first and 10, Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Second down, Webb. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now he'll escape to his right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Gone. 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 Here we go.
On first and goal, Dixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Looking to throw on second down. Webb, that's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The offense on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run with Woodhead. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This an easy one, 23-yarder. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Room here to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Eli Rogers that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield.
That was supposed to be a pick.
Harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tall. Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
Let's go. Green 39.
Here's Webb. On the screen, this is Woodhead. Ooh, with a juke. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second
This
down.
Webb kid Mac and plays.
Accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Yay, I think you found you a diamond in the rough.
With a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Again, it's Bell. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
I hope so. He been slinging it.
Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is Dixon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Well, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Let's go! 3-19!
To throw on third down. Webb. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Frank for giving me all I can handle.
Now they get set to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion.
I see you getting pressure on Big Ben.
Run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
all you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Damn it, wrong button.
Passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He completes it to Hunter. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
They get the tackle Marcus Gilbert, 2nd-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
He's going to... Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This
Big
one's
stop.
not fully over yet. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Right back to Dixon. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Steelers would have. They find some open field here. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Do you play 2K?
And now a first down following that long gain.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
I sure do.
Here's Dixon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Yes,
They'll
sir.
run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
My defense won the game. Safety, punt, return TD, pick an end zone, quick.
7-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take
My
on
offense
the
still
Browns.
so bad.
Meanwhile, for the Steelers, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll do it for my partner,
Good
Charles
game.
Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
Their offense struggled for whatever reason. Oh well, lol. The playoff run continues, lol. Browns next. If I can beat them. 8-6. Lost to them already though. Are you about to stream it? No proly tomorrow, going to grab a snack and then play Pro-Am. We got out 1-0 victory last night. I have 1 QTR left, up to 3-2-0, bout to take a loss. Okay, I streamed a couple QTRs of 2K earlier today, been getting some game time in on my free day. Why you think you will lose? I didn't get a notification you were streaming earlier, that's weird. Because I was stupid and went for a 4th down conversion instead of taking the 3 points, haha. I didn't get a notification for this stream by you either. I posted it on King Grow Slider thread. Hey, what's up with the audio on 2K streams? Only sound that plays is the buzzer and shot clock and the ref's whistle. They block it because of the sounds. They can get copyright stuff, so they remove it all. So dumb. Madden, if you stream with the music it get. The Madden orchestra, it's fine. That's what I do. 2K could do the same. Well, damn it, I might have to plug my mic up when I play 2K then.
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second. Start your season with recommended settings. Your season starts now.
I tried, still sounds bad, but I'm about to head off. Thanks for chatting. Go get yourself a W.